Welcome back to the Senior Healthcare Channel. Here, we explore practical knowledge to help maintain vitality, balance hormones, and protect the prostate as we enter middle age and the senior years. At this age, every dietary choice can have a significant impact on overall health, especially on the urinary system and male sexual function. Many people still believe that eating a lot of fruit is always good for the body. This is true in many cases, but may not always be suitable for the hormonal condition of aging individuals. According to experts at the American Urological Association, AUA, and Dr. Michael Irwig, Director of Testosterone Research in the United States, some fruits, though rich in nutrients, may unintentionally stimulate prostate inflammation, causing many men to experience problems such as nighttime urination, urination, or the sensation of incomplete emptying. In today's video, we will explore 5 fruits that seem harmless but may worsen prostate problems if consumed improperly. Before we begin, if you have not subscribed, I suggest you press that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip designed just for you. If you enjoy this video, please type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can create better content for you. Grapes. In the daily snacks of many middle-aged and elderly men, grapes often appear as a familiar choice. Their sweet and mild flavor, easy consumption, and reputation for being rich in antioxidants make these small fruits a favorite snack for many. In addition, various health documents have praised grapes as a good source of nutrition for cardiovascular health due to their content of resveratrol, a natural antioxidant compound. However, when considering prostate health and male sexual function in old age, grapes contain several factors that not everyone notices. The first thing to mention is the natural sugar content in grapes. Although this sugar does not come from industrial sources, when consumed excessively, the elderly body may face the risk of maintaining a mild chronic inflammation, especially in the already sensitive prostate tissues. After the age of 60, the body's ability to metabolize sugar gradually slows down. When natural sugar is continuously introduced through sweet grapes, chronic inflammatory reactions may be silently triggered within the tissues, including the prostate. Prolonged inflammation increases swelling and enlargement, which presses against the urethra. This is one of the reasons many men experience nighttime urination, frequent urination during the day, or the sensation of not fully emptying the bladder even after urinating. Beyond sugar, grapes also contain a group of compounds called tannins. Tannins are commonly found in the skin and seeds of grapes, creating the mild astringent taste of this fruit. However, for men dealing with prostate enlargement, tannins may increase irritation in the bladder lining and nearby urinary areas. When this lining remains irritated over time, symptoms such as sudden urges to urinate, light incontinence, or frequent urination become more common. This not only affects the quality of nighttime sleep, but also reduces comfort in daily activities. Several recent studies published in the Journal of Urology have also emphasized the connection between high natural sugar intake in the diet and the silent progression of benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. Continuous and uncontrolled consumption of grapes is one contributing factor. The important thing is not to completely eliminate grapes from the diet, but to know how to consume them properly. For middle-aged and elderly men, eating a small amount of about 10 to 15 grapes at a time, 2 to 3 times per week, is safer than consuming large quantities daily. At the same time, it is better to choose whole fresh grapes and avoid bottled grape juice products, as the sugar content in these drinks is often much higher. For men with a history of prostate enlargement, chronic cystitis, or those undergoing hormone treatment for aging, it is advisable to consult a doctor before maintaining a habit of frequent grape consumption. A small precaution today may help reduce troubles such as nighttime urination, incontinence, or sudden loss of vitality in the future are oranges and citrus fruits. When it comes to adding natural vitamin C, many people immediately think of oranges and citrus fruits such as tangerines, grapefruits, lemons, or passion fruit. In middle age and the senior years, many men maintain the habit of starting the morning with a cold glass of orange juice, which helps them feel refreshed and supports the immune system. For a long time, citrus fruits have been known for many benefits, such as improving skin appearance, supporting circulation, and enhancing immunity thanks to their content of vitamin C, flavonoids, and antioxidants. However, when viewed from the perspective of male sexual health and prostate function, oranges and citrus fruits have aspects that require more careful consideration. The first issue is the high acidity found in these fruits. The natural acid in citrus fruits may mildly stimulate the digestive system and increase saliva production. But for the urinary tract and prostate, which have become sensitive with age, this acid becomes a considerable source of pressure. When the amount of acid entering the body exceeds its ability to neutralize, it can irritate the bladder lining, causing sudden urges to urinate, incomplete emptying, light incontinence, or frequent nighttime urination. For those already showing signs of prostate enlargement, the bladder being forced to work excessively due to acid irritation makes the condition increasingly difficult to control. Many men describe waking up 3 to 4 times each night just to urinate, leading to prolonged sleep disruption that gradually reduces vitality and overall physical condition. In addition to acid, citrus fruits also contain a significant amount of natural sugar. When this sugar accumulates over time in the diet, it may contribute to mild chronic inflammation in the body. The prostate tissue, in particular, is sensitive to repeated mild inflammatory reactions, which gradually increase the size of the gland over time. The enlargement of the prostate compresses the urethra, making the urine stream weaker, slower, and less forceful. This is a common condition that many men over the age of 60 experience. According to reports from the NIH National Institute on Aging, maintaining high levels of natural sugar intake in old age may be related to hormonal disorders such as physiological testosterone decline and hormonal imbalances in aging, which indirectly affect prostate function. Of course, it is not necessary to completely eliminate citrus fruits from the diet. If you still enjoy the flavor of these fruits, you can continue to consume them in moderation each day. It is advisable to drink about 100 to 150 milliliters of fresh orange juice, or eat 1 small orange after breakfast to allow the body to absorb it gradually. Avoid drinking orange juice on an empty stomach or at night before bed, as this is when the bladder is easily stimulated to work during the night. For those with a history of prostate enlargement, incontinence, or difficulty controlling nighttime urination, it is better to switch to gentler fruits such as pears, apples, or strawberries. These fruits still provide plenty of antioxidants, but are lower in acid and much gentler on the urinary system. Pineapple. In the list of popular nutrient-rich fruits, pineapple always holds a special place. Its mildly sweet and refreshing sour taste often pleases many elderly men during snacks. Pineapple contains a high amount of vitamin C, manganese, and natural enzymes that support digestion, especially bromelain, which is known for its mild anti-inflammatory properties in certain cases. However, when focusing specifically on the prostate, male sexual function, and urinary health in old age, pineapple contains hidden factors that not everyone notices. One of the first concerns is its relatively high content of natural fructose. Although fructose is a natural sugar, After the age of 60, when the liver's ability to metabolize sugar tends to decline, consuming too much fructose can stimulate mild chronic inflammatory reactions in soft tissues, including the prostate. When inflammation persists, the prostate tissue may swell slightly, increasing pressure on the urethra. As a result, the urine stream becomes weak, intermittent, incomplete, and may even require waking up multiple times at night due to sudden urges to urinate. This explains why many elderly men, even with a healthy diet, still frequently experience nighttime urination or frequent urination during the day. In addition to sugar content, the bromelain enzyme in pineapple also has two-sided effects. In small amounts, bromelain can help reduce mild joint inflammation or muscle pain. However, when consumed in large quantities, bromelain may increase blood flow to the pelvic and lower regions. For those with prostate enlargement, increasing blood circulation to already irritated areas is like adding fuel to a smoldering fire. This makes mild inflammation in the prostate more likely to worsen, leading to more pronounced symptoms such as sudden urges to urinate, incontinence, or discomfort in the lower abdomen. Moreover, the natural acidity in pineapple also contributes to irritation of the bladder lining. Acid makes the lining more sensitive and easily irritated by minor stimuli, which promotes the urge to urinate even when the bladder is not full. This explains why some people feel the need to urinate more frequently after eating a large amount of pineapple. Several recent studies published in the Journal of Urology have also discussed the link between a diet high in fructose and the progression of benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, in elderly men. Although there is no recommendation to completely ban pineapple, frequent overconsumption is certainly not beneficial for those at risk or already showing signs of prostate enlargement. The most reasonable solution is to consume pineapple in moderation. For men over 60, eating about 1 to 2 small slices of pineapple per serving, no more than 2 to 3 times per week, is safer. In particular, avoid eating pineapple at night to reduce the risk of frequent nighttime urination. For men who are being treated for hormonal issues, prostate conditions, or who are taking diuretics, it is best to consult a doctor before maintaining a habit of frequent pineapple consumption to ensure long-term safety for overall health. C. Watermelon. When summer arrives, the image of cool, juicy slices of watermelon on the table becomes an essential natural refreshment. For many elderly men, a few slices of watermelon after lunch or in the afternoon not only help replenish water, but also bring a refreshing feeling during hot weather. Watermelon contains a high amount of vitamin A, vitamin C, lycopene, and antioxidants that may support cardiovascular health and brighten the skin. However, when viewed from the perspective of prostate care and urinary health in old age, watermelon has some aspects that men should pay special attention to. First to mention is its extremely high water content. According to nutritional studies, watermelon contains more than 90% water. While for younger people, this abundant water may help cool the body and support kidney function, for men over 60, the ability to regulate fluid volume through the bladder and prostate has declined. At this age, the prostate often begins to show signs of mild enlargement. As the prostate grows in size, it puts pressure on the urethra, making the urine flow less smooth than before. At the same time, the bladder has to work harder to expel all the urine. If too much water from foods like watermelon enters the body within a short time, the bladder can easily become overloaded. As a result, the person feels the urge to urinate constantly, urinates many times during the day, and especially experiences nighttime urination that disrupts sleep frequently. In addition to its water content, Watermelon also contains natural sugar, which is not as high as in some other fruits. But when eaten in large amounts, sugar still contributes to maintaining mild chronic inflammation in the body. In elderly men, where the prostate tissue is already sensitive to prolonged mild inflammation, sugar from watermelon may indirectly promote more noticeable swelling. When silent inflammation persists, men may experience symptoms such as difficulty urinating, weak urine stream, needing to strain slightly while urinating, or feeling incomplete bladder emptying. Furthermore, some studies from the NIH National Institute on Aging have also pointed out that maintaining a high fluid intake in the evening may increase the frequency of nighttime urination, reduce sleep quality, cause fatigue, gradually lower vitality, and negatively affect long-term overall health. It is important to note that watermelon does not need to be completely removed from the diet, as it is still rich in beneficial antioxidants. However, attention should be paid to the timing and amount consumed. For men over 60, it is best to enjoy watermelon in the morning or early afternoon, limiting intake to about 1 to 2 moderate slices per serving. Absolutely avoid eating it in the evening, especially after dinner, to minimize nighttime urination that causes sleep disturbances. Additionally, for men who are taking diuretics, being treated for prostate enlargement, or have kidney function issues, it is advisable to consult a doctor before frequently eating watermelon. Every small adjustment, from timing to portion size, can help maintain stable male physiology, reduce strain on the urinary system, and sustainably improve quality of life. Woo! Bananas. In the breakfasts or snacks of many elderly men, bananas are often chosen as a convenient and nutritious option. With their mildly sweet taste, soft texture, and easy digestion, the bananas provide a gentle feeling for the stomach and help support smooth digestive function. In fact, bananas contain a considerable amount of potassium, vitamin B6, magnesium, and soluble fiber, which contribute to stabilizing blood pressure, improving muscle function, and maintaining stable cardiovascular activity. However, for male sexual health and prostate care in old age, banana consumption also requires careful adjustment. First to mention is the naturally high potassium content in bananas. Although potassium is essential for heart and nervous system function, after the age of 60, kidney function begins to slightly decline in filtration efficiency and fluid balance. When potassium is continuously consumed in large amounts from bananas, the body may retain more fluid in peripheral tissues. The accumulation of fluid in the lower abdomen can increase pressure on the pelvic region, including the prostate. For men who already show signs of prostate enlargement, additional pressure from fluid retention makes urinary symptoms such as weak urination, fréque urination, sudden urs, or nighttime urination more severe. In addition, bananas contain a small but notable amount of compounds from the group of plant phytosterols. These are natural compounds that may mildly influence hormonal metabolism in the body. In old age, where the balance of physiological testosterone and aging hormones already fluctuates naturally, additional interference from phytosterols may contribute to slight hormonal regulation disturbances. Although the impact is not as strong as endogenous factors, over time, these small continuous fluctuations may affect overall vitality and the ability to maintain prostate stability. Several international studies published in the Journal of Urology have pointed out the connection between age-related hormonal imbalance and gradual prostate enlargement. The absorption of plant phytosterols from various foods, including bananas, if exceeding safe levels, may be an indirect factor influencing this progression. The important point here is not to completely eliminate bananas from the daily diet. Instead, attention should be given to the appropriate amount and frequency. According to each person's age and physical condition, for men over 60, it is advisable to eat about 1 medium banana per day, avoiding excessive consumption within a single day or over many consecutive days. Additionally, bananas should not be eaten right before bedtime to avoid increasing fluid levels at night, which may lead to nighttime urination, especially for men who are taking blood pressure medications, diuretics, or are under medical management for prostate-related issues. Consulting with healthcare providers before adding large amounts of bananas to the diet is a safer option. Every careful adjustment and attentive listening to the body will help maintain healthy male physiology, protect prostate stability, and preserve quality of life in the senior years. We have just taken a gentle yet very practical journey through the connection between some familiar fruits and prostate health, as well as male vitality in old age. Each fruit, such as grapes, citrus fruits, pineapples, watermelons, or bananas, carries its own unique nutritional value. However, as we enter middle age and the senior years, our bodies begin to experience subtle changes in hormones, metabolism, and urinary function. Therefore, choosing foods should not be based solely on general nutritional value, but must also suit each person's specific health condition. Factors such as high natural sugar, acidity levels, fluid retention, or impacts on aging hormones can indirectly affect the stability of the prostate, leading to symptoms such as frequent nighttime urination, incomplete emptying, sudden urges to urinate, or sometimes mild vitality decline that makes the body feel more fatigued. It is important to remember that no food is entirely bad or entirely good. The key lies in how we balance, use appropriately, and listen to our body's responses. If you notice unusual signs such as changes in urination, repeated sleep disruptions for many nights, or prolonged fatigue, do not hesitate to seek early medical evaluation and receive more specialized advice. If you find today's topic helpful, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. In the next video, we will continue to share 5 simple exercises to strengthen the pelvic area and help reduce incontinence in the elderly. Wishing you good health and peace on your journey of senior healthcare.